Tes mic 1 2 3 1 2 3. Oke, hello guys, welcome back with me Fedelish, your online friend. Ya, hari ini kita bakal lanjut Coffee Talk 2 ya. Kemarin kita udah 7 day di Coffee Talk 2 kali ini, dan kita bakal lanjut ke day 8. Hai Bang, halo Ahmad, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Kita run dulu game ya. Hey, load game. Continue load game. Di 8 ya, dan kita masih belum ketemu Freya sama sekali sih di day 8. Dan kita juga 8 day berturut-turut hujan gitu kan. Something missing from the drawer. Apa tuh? Did I misplace it? Apa? Apa ya? Yang hilang. Somehow I feel like it's going to be long night, a long night, or not. Apa tuh or not? Good evening. Hey Fedelish, how are you? Not too shabby, I hope. Hi Fun, welcome to the stream. Anjay, kamu ganti nickname. Everything is just fine. Sure. Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift is over, so I'm free now. Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day. Ah, that's right. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan. Yes. What a nice surprise. He told me he has got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. Oh, mau ketemuan ya. On the note, I'm so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So Henry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. Apa tuh? Oh, STMJ, susu madu teh. Susu telur madu jahe. STMJ ya kan? I think it's called STMJ. Susu madu jahe. Honey ginger milk. Jahe. Serve it. One nutritious drink from the archipelago coming up. Thanks a lot. So what's in it again? Jadi di dalamnya tuh it's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. The drink's name itself is the ingredient susu telur madu jahe, milk, egg, honey, and ginger. No wonder it somewhat reminds me of eggnog, albeit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Henry likes it. It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work. You're probably right, as long as he remembered to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. Iya sih. Si bapaknya jadi manajernya. What do you think? That would be lovely. Then consider it done. You know what? I don't think Heidi will show up tonight. Oh, why is that? Kenapa tuh? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. Kenapa tuh? And it's not exactly great outside either. I thought he liked this kind of weather. Him, yes. His car, not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him in that car back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yep. Gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh, I guess. I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it. Oh, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yeah, and he kept bringing up the past too. Are you saying his motive is motivated by nostalgia? I was going to say homesickness. But I realized that makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say though. It's strange. Longing for times gone by. Hi O'Malley, welcome to stream. Considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Live long enough, you'll realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, hurtful the world, throw at you decay. The stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespan, you will think we will get used to it at some point. But we never do. Oh, never completely anyway. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. Huh, that sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaur like us. Dinosaur. Keep us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to this after a while, huh? Pretty much. Oh, hey there. We meet again. Yes, hello. Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Welcome, Miss Riona. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire? There's really no need for concern, as it was an easy fix. Oh, easy. But thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? Russian tea. Russian tea? Huh? Anjir, Russian tea. Mana gue tahu cok Russian tea. Mungkin ya. Mungkin. Tea dan brand. Russian tea. Apa? Russian tea. Blue pea, oak, honey. Blue pea pakai lemon belum pernah. Blue pea, honey lemon. Formal drink. Dupi. Honey milk udah pernah. Honey mint udah pernah. Lemon mint. Oh. Last check. Atau kita pakai hibiscus. Hibiscus mint. Gotta serve it. Here you go, miss. This is not what I ordered, is it not? I'm sorry, let me remake it for you. It's okay, you can leave it. Are you sure? Yes, don't worry about it. Okay then, I'm truly sorry once again. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you're tasked to give me his contact info. Oh, see ini ya. Lucas. That's right, so you two connected in the end. To be perfectly honest, I actually forgot to contact him. And not on purpose, mind you. I was just really busy, you see. There were a lot of back deliveries to clear. We all have our busy days. Yes, it gets overwhelming sometimes, doesn't it? Nevertheless, the real reason I forgot to contact him is because I've been spinning his thing to ease my anxiety. His thing? You mean the fidget spinner? Yes, that. It serves as an effective distraction from my thought while I'm stuck in traffic. Halo Tante Badut, welcome to the stream. As such, I keep it in my car. I see. Makes sense. You forgot as soon as you got back home. I feel bad, truly. I mean, you're just using it as intended. So, how did you end up connecting then? He messaged me through my private social media last night. Oh. Yes, I wonder how he was able to find my account, to be honest. Not to alarm you, but you can find just by anything online nowadays if you know your way around. That sounds quite worrisome. Yes, concern has been raised about privacy issue. I suppose all we can do now is to consider carefully what we put out there. Right, so I assume you responded to him. I did, but it was a belated reply, and it was too late for us to keep chatting. That is why he asked to meet up here this evening. I see. What does he want from me? I guess we'll see. Yeah, so Hyde is not coming tonight. Probably for the best, given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. What? I apologize for this search. I was hoping it would become more stable as the days go by, but no need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right, you tried everything you could. I know. Hi, hello William, welcome to the stream. Thank you for your understanding. How are you doing, miss? Hey there, did you manage to resolve your issue with children? Sorry? Oh, I'm in the hospital admission problem from the other day. Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had a beef with kids I was unaware of. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries, that was funny. It's only a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better? Ah, yes. Well, I apologize for the way I act a few days ago. We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it. Thank you. Oh, while we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place? Sure. It was quiet near the police station actually. Hah? Kocak juga. At the meter spot, just outside the new defunct library. Ah, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection. Yes, that's correct. I see. It was originally a library. You know the area? I know of the property. Yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's being done with it. Since it's located in a very populated, culture-centric neighborhood. That's true. There's even an art college nearby, right? And again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd. How? It's just barren. Especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way. Well, don't you mean remember? Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there a long, long time ago. Perhaps that is what you were recalling. A flea market, huh? The last time I drove there, remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh, wait. There was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinket. A dead tree? No idea why I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaf. It's been there forever too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers. And the trinket you spoke of were actually remembrance of sort. Remembrance? Hold on. I'm just going to recap a bit here, okay? Here. Your car was vandalized near a meter parking spot in front of an abandoned library. On a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrance for some reason. Sounds about right. Except the tree is no longer there. Oh. Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? That is crazy. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone. Oh boy. I thought I would be early, but you are already here, lady. Hello. Fedelish, for the love of all things holy. Tell me my lighter is here. Oh, you're in luck because it is. Hot damn. Thanks goodness. Would you like me to get it now for you? Nah, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Here, let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Well, what's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer. We were just talking about the spot where Miss Riona's car may have been vandalized. Oh. They got your car too, lady? Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still, sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you would like. That will be real swell. Got it. Okay. Oh, Is it within the area you expected or pretty much the same location where I parked mine a week ago? I see. You can rest assured we already increased patrol in that area. That's great. But I am the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. Kok bisa? Huh, what's that? Am I hearing you? Out of all people, doubting my skill, Fedelish? No, of course not. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase to your workload. Ah, well, them's the break, I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso, Fedelish, and don't forget my lighter. Espresso incoming. Perfect. Let's go langsung melek nih. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Fedelish. You probably think I'm being silly, but what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of sort? Well, I have a good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. Apalagi nih kejadiannya nih? Mau cerita lagi nih kayaknya. Right? Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Ah, perfect, as always. Are you ready to order? Might as well. I would like something desserty. Because it's my cheat day. Your thing, any specific in mind? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick, I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song, but for some reason I can't remember the title right now. You know the song only, for real, then I'll have the thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy kick to it. The chocolate milk? Ginger? Little hot. Hot spicy. Spanish Sahara. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. So that's what it's called. That's what we call it here at least. Very cool. And bon appetit. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Fedelish. You're so welcome. So, Pops, just earlier you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? Yeah. About creepy patrolling experience. Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it. Because maybe it's just a tad too spooky. Ini kena bahaya semua, nggak tahu. Even for me. What happened? Tell them, Pops. It's not that big a deal, honestly. Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. You've got a point there. You all were talking about the area anyway, right? Yep. Well, I've been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. A concrete sidewalk with meter parking spots, a fence here and there, and an unfinished construction site with a couple CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Huh. Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. Ah, the commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So, when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. Hey, why? What's up? We were actually talking about it earlier, and being a decades-old landmark aside, will there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You'd think so. Well, that's what I think after listening to Miss Riona. Ini masih nyari ya. Ya sayanya yang nyari, bukan ceritanya. Ini sayanya yang nyari. Karena kalau di Coffee Talk 1 tuh si Freya yang selalu nongol tiap hari. Ini udah day 8 masih nggak nongol dia coy. Wait. Okay. Are you expecting something from me, Fedelish? Huh. Oh, no. I'm sorry if I cross a line. You seem to know a lot about... I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand. But I would like to hear from the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there. So anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Wait, bentar. Wait. Okay. Only 4-5 cars will park there overnight at most, which makes keeping track a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But yesterday was a different story. Oh, hold on. Lucas ketakutan. What a stage setup. Oh, there you go. Thank goodness. Sorry about that. Please continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift, and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaced across the street, and 2 on the opposite corner, side by side. My plan was to leave after I walked one last round, to make sure everything was okay. But a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Smoked as I was about to clock out, thinking it was another night job well done. Right? Wrong, I was immediately faced with the impossible. Three cars, two sided by side, one across the street. All tires flattened. That's vandalized tire for you. In a span of less than 10 minutes. That is so strange. It will take several minutes to flatten just one tire. Yeah. And that's if you're using the right tools, right? Anjir, tiba-tiba semuanya anjir. That wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the streetlight went out suddenly and all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going farther and farther away from the scene, and yet I saw nothing at all. Oh, are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrared actually managed to catch something. Ooh. But the weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. Geez, Louis, Pops, that's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool though. I may be laughing now, but I almost peed my pants there, you see? Well, whoever they sure work fast. Right? Anyway, Fedelish, I think I want another drink. All that talking is making my throat dry, and coffee just ain't cutting it. Roger that. What would you like? What do you suggest? How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff you have as a base? I mean hibiscus, definitely. Okay. Ginger and a touch of honey. A touch of honey. Teh jahe rosella. Teh jahe rosella ini nih yang kemarin si Ketresek ngomongin coy. One piping hot teh jahe rosella for you. Oh, what does it mean? Jahe means ginger, teh means tea, and rosella is roselle, another name for hibiscus. Oh, jadi rosella itu hibiscus. Kira beda. Apa itu? Rosella itu sejenis bunga gitu, asam-asam kalau diminum. I see, a legit herbal drink. I see, but perfect for the weather. Good call, Fedelish. I'm happy to please. If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops. Cause I'm not scared of ghosts. Real, being scared me more. Wait a second. What do you mean by ghosts, eh? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya? I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that. This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Alright. Interesting. You know something? No, not me. But she might. Right there. Right. The tree was in it. Oh yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure if this can be any use at all, but... Officer, are you aware of the story behind that tree? I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrance around it. What do you mean by that, mate? Well, it's because someone passed away there. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on the street, correct? Right. They called it the fairy market. It was unofficially set up by the transient of the community. Transient being the government's term for unregistered citizen. Oh. including all the other uncategorized being at the time. Fairies were a part of that. Huh. I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out, organizing equitable classification was thought as one of the first steps toward civil peace, but it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. Was all that before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. But that's as good as like not existing at all. Really, that's horrible. It was the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place, to ensure transient survival throughout the changing times. In more ways than one, the market had no real schedule. Therefore, the start of every week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection. So people would notice and come and take a look. Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Because it was illegal. Really? Oh, and that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more and become reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. Then, a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a fender there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before. 1 second. What? Why did I never hear about it? How long ago was this? This accident occurred in 1959. Jauh banget. But the market itself was forcefully disbanded in 1961. What happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to nature of the being involved, most people couldn't help it. Couldn't help but, well, forget. We are talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war was still quite scarce, and I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh, right. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the fender being transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. But there was a body, wasn't it? It's not the one people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual being like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that though. Us, banshees, don't do that. We don't? No, we simply disappear. Oh, if I'm getting this right. The tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. Witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So, driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes, and that's mess up. Yeah, mess up. Pops. Whoa, I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you. Yes? You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism begin. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I better get going then. It's almost time. Tadi apa? It's almost time for my shift. Hey, officer. Break a leg, pops. I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep you all posted. I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. One thing I want to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss. Yes, it's about the fairies passing and how everyone's end up forgetting about them afterward. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not. Fortunately. That is why there used to be memorabilia around that tree. They were informed by those who remember to preserve that memory. But it wasn't enough. That elf will still have the tree. It really make me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there even I miss? It's quite scary to think about it. For being like us, being forgotten is inevitable. Oh, no need to feel bad about it. Is that so? Oh, I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Well then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future audition, Miss Riona. Ini si Lucas. Si Lucas long live juga gak ya? Dia kan satir ya. Bukan humanoid gitu. You around. Bye, Fedelish. Take care. Soalnya werewolf aja ini live long deh. You okay? It's getting real late. I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? You want something to eat? We don't sell food here. You don't? Anjir. No wonder your place is always empty. Well, just kidding, Fedelish. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink? Maybe. I wouldn't mind one. Nice. What do you feel like having? Well, fresh feeling and some brightness too. Blue PT. Sure. Fedelish, could you try this mix? Yep, what is it? Blue pea, honey and mint. Honey and mint. Bro. Flower bed. Oh, ini udah ada. Here you go, miss. Oh, it's pretty. Yeah, actually. It's good, but lacking brightness. Oh, some lemon would be nice, but it's alright. Thank you for ordering it for me. Okay. Thanks for making it look pretty, Fedelish. Right. And the whole case earlier though. There's a lot to take in. Also about the whole forgetting thing. That really gave me chills. Why? Oh, don't you feel scared of this disappearing in the end? Yes, I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way, the traditional way. Oh, care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself. Uh-huh. Now that's what you call huge pressure. Before that though, I can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea why you're choosing the hard way, but why a soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before, so I know it's not impossible. Whoa, for real? Her part was the sorbet aria, and she was not very well known. What is a sorbet aria? Ah, I mean she was a secondary character. Back in early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung toward the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers will use the time to offer their wares for the last time to the patron. Often desserts. Punch. Sorbet aria. Oh, I see. Like background sing at the end of a show or something. Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. He was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when I went in love. But despite her confusion, he thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera, but hearing a banshee sing such a playful and light-hearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, I bet it was. Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other work, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying my own. That's really cool and brave of you to do so. I agree. I've never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you and wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before. And that's not always a bad thing, especially for a being like us. You're just being careful, yet courageous. Right, because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody going to remember us? Right, Fedelish? No comment. Ah, why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? Yes. Us, Banshee, see the end differently than the boss. So, care to enlighten me? I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see? Like humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings even I wanted to. They're everywhere thanks to my dad. Oh, we weren't wealthy though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us, for real. Sometimes dad will drop by to give us some money. No, it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple months. And he will just leave again a couple days later. Are you the eldest? Nope. But my older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Which is where my mom and sibling live now. I'm sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. Anyway, so my older brother came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earning, wanting a slice of the inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no. That's why I left for LA. So if they really want me to sell the house, they have to chase after me. Good call. Boleh ya dia pindah ke LA demi kabur ini ya. Thankfully, my younger sibling and I are pretty tight. They're a good team. That's a relief. That was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bill. Of course, I could stay alive as well. That was why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house? Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young and naive too, as it was my first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. And this isn't even gonna be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. No, it's not that. I just really didn't like the production house, but I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlog and invited me in, and as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we were all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which meant all had huge egos. Well, naturally, there was somewhat of a hierarchy, bacanya gitu, of sort. Trying to be all round helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time. That didn't discourage me all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie. Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked in the end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. Fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. Yeah. I just don't want to take up more of your time. So, can I just ask you a direct question? Sure. Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? Huh? I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kinda forced my thought on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward effort because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was entertainment, but you succeed eventually, didn't you? And you work hard for it. Yet I almost end up losing sight of why I had been doing all this in the first place. I went with the flow, but excuses a lot. All to justify the game, but to what end? Why? I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's going to be a small production thing. Numpang amimir grandpa. Okay, selamat amimir tante bau. It will be paid, I swear. And not with exposure either. Though it won't be much at first. Because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment. Wait, this is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure though. How does the show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet. But ideally, it will have like an interview at first, and then I'll record your singing. I'll bring all the gear. I will also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do. but I did start my vlogging journey on my own too. So I can bet you the result will still be quality. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest. You realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about the haters, but you do. Why? I won't push you. Ah, I'm flattered. I'm flattered. But no, thank you. Okay. Thanks for considering me though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Ah. Looks like I have to go. Okay. It's nothing to do with what you say, okay? Yes, bad timing. Yes, I get it. Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. You want to? Maybe. I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Fedelish. Sorry if I bored you, huh? No, truly, it was my pleasure. Cool. Aku juga mau mimir ya. Udah sono mimir. Okay, I really have to go. See you around. Safe trip. Alrighty, see you, Fedelish. Come again soon. Ding 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 ding. Hehehe. I think tonight was the most I have talked in the past 2 years. Anjir. Introvert cuy. And I'm quite glad to hear that. Tapi aku kangen suara kamu. What the fuck? What do you mean? Ini suaraku cok. What the hell? Thank you, Fedelish. For what? For being such a good host. No, I'm not the easiest being to get along with. It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink, but I'll see you again soon. And we'll be waiting all. Safe trip, Miss Riona, and have a good night. Ooh, I think I'm done for the night. I hope everything will work out for everyone. Anjir, D8 masih nggak ketemu Freya cuy. D8. Ini masuk D9. September 27. Lunar cell panel prototype ready for the first test. Newcomer progressive alpha metal band, a father tops US music chart. World Golem Culture and the Golem Culture Center grand opening to be held in Bhutan. Ooh, I thought there was some stuff in the drawer yesterday. Am I misremembering things? Wah iya, hilang ya. Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up, and the weather is keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. Good evening, Mr. Haide and Mr. Gala. Nice to see you too. How did it go at the hospital today? Oh, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Admit. Are you having issue with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my fury is giving me a hard time. Fury? Is it the moon? Is it the full moon already? Nope, but sometimes I get pre-fury symptoms. Pre-fury symptoms. Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolf. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for fury, and that changes. That changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask, but it can affect our muscle, our appetite, our energy level. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. Not, no, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual, and a bit crankier as well. Is there a drink that could help you with it? I never found one, but if anyone can come up with it, it's you, family. Since Galahad can suit your fury, maybe it will work for fury as well. Maybe, but I think it will need to be more relaxing. Hmm. Emang Galahad apa aja? Oh, Yoki. Sapa aku, halo Senpapi, welcome to the stream. Galati. There you go. Galati for you. Do you come up with this name on the spot, families? No. It takes a bit of soul searching. To the trader, it to the station, and so on. That almost make it sounds like you know in advance what we are going to order. We call it sixth sense. Anjay, sixth sense, anjay. Right, let's see how your sixth sense tastes. Wow. This excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. What's with the long looks? You too. Boy, hello Peter, welcome to the stream. Boy, did something happen? Actually, Fedelish? Yes. I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, I wasn't that bad. No, I was so tired. I was so tired today. I nearly fell asleep on the job. Oh, but most importantly, it's not good for you. Hopping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend an entire night looking miserable. As I come up with is good enough, and hide it. I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when fury is about to hit. I take it you two end up chatting yesterday, after all. You bet we did. After I walk out of here, I headed home and found this one. Lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling. Looking so gloomy, it sucked the color out of the room. And it's not the first time either. It's a... What? Anjay ya. Thank you ya Peter ya buat sawerannya ya. Kenapa harus anjay pesannya? It's a constant thing. Please help me. Help him, Fedelish. Help me help him, please. I'm at my wit's end. Mr. Hyde. Oh, fine. The truth is, I am bored to death. Or I would be, if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old, and I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species years. Eyes on the prize, at least. Intervention first, gossip later. I apologize. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? My job. What was that? My job. Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around, twiddling my thumb. And modeling stopped being fun ages ago. You did mention something like that last time. You're trying Anjay. Kenapa anjay lagi, Peter? Itu 10K itu kau bisa buat media share sih, ketimbang anjay doang kan. Biar lebih have fun gitu ya. By the way, thank you ya Peter ya. You're trying to leave modeling behind then. Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all so brief. Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. Anjay. What the hell? Anjay, yeah, anjay Peter. They wanted to keep their outfit for a while. But they had to be elegant, well made, and versatile. Some campaign that I featured in stayed on Billboard for a moment, and I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that will feature in their cherished memories. But then, social media came, and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the model even more. I shoot a campaign. The brand posts it online, and it gets attention for what? 10 minutes? Then another campaign's come in, and everything's forgotten. Oh, problematikanya dia itu terlalu cepat pace online gitu ya. Blink, and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Bener sih, bener sih. Kalau dulu kan belum zaman online kan nggak set ya. Isn't that changing these days? Oh, with slow fashion and the like. That's true. And people are getting into vintage clothes. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same. What about your fans? You have so many people following you. Mentioning that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't consider a bone. No. So are you saying that you would like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remember, that became a part of their life in a real way. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you. That's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something that will make a real difference. No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shift. Did you mistake me for a hardworking vampire? Do you see what I'm dealing with, Fedelish? It does seem to be a worry issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, that sounds good. Just make me something I like. I think you've seen me enjoy it recently and when we first met. Kemarin apa ya dia? Ini ya, hibiscus ginger. Zobo. Here you go, Mr. Hyde. You seem to like this well enough. Nice, Fedelish. And You lost your bat, Heide. A bat. When Heide was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people care about him. And I bet you could remember what he liked, even if he gave you no instruction. But now, I get to say that I was right. And Heide gets to buy me a dinner at a place of my choosing. Ugh, going to pick the horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Hmm. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. You know it. Have you won other bats in the past, Mr. Gala? Let's see. You see, piye kabarmu leh? Anak zamanku toh. Oh, belum lahir, Pak. He has won every single one of the bats we've ever made. Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face. Why won't you? Ya wis, lanjutkan kegiatanmu, Le. Jangan lupa bangga dengan negerimu sendiri. Tak balik ning alamku yo. Oke, Pak. Oke. Semoga tenang, Pak. Di alam sana, Pak. Oh, hi everyone. Hey, Lua. Hi, Lua. Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you are here, Heide. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we end up fighting with Bailey's instead. You must be getting bored of our arguments. It's alright, you are kind of fun to watch. How are things with you two, by the way? Ah, let me order before I answer. If that's alright, Fedelish. Of course. What would you like? I spend the whole day talking in meetings and presentations. So I have a bit of sore throat. Is there anything you would recommend for that? Probably something with lemon and honey. Sounds great. A lemon and honey drink. Lemon and honey. Hibiscus, lemon, honey. Coba kita balik ya. Hibiscus, honey, lemon. Siapa tahu kan dia jadi satu menu kan. Nope. Okay, serve it. Oh, some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery. Thanks, Dr. Fedelish. Ah, this is truly lovely. That's what I needed. That's great to hear. Company is trying to get a big contract. So I've been organizing, meeting with everyone, making sure it's all according to plan. That sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. And part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you've probably gathered that Bai and I have been fighting. Yeah, and Heide told me a little bit about it too. Right. Well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days. And honestly, it's done me a lot of good. Thing is, I know Bai means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I would like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me. But I get annoyed instead. And then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed, which makes me even more annoyed. Kocak emang ya. It's not great, I know. Well, it will be easier if we always act rational. We only get annoyed at right people for the right reason. But things aren't that simple, are they? That's true. Although, I guess if you figure out what actually annoys you, it will help. That's the problem. I'm not sure. At first, I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making at my job is taking a toll for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bai to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with string attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that, though. But I'm realizing that might not even be the issue. The more he sends me link to Venice and card category, the more it all feels wrong. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bai. But the way we are planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friend's wedding before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. They are always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleges. They rent this beautiful barn and they hire a live band. They wear designer dresser and bespoke food. I used to look at that and think, this is great. This is what I want. But now, it all just feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiancé that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? That's up to how you communicate it, isn't it? Yes, see. Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partner. I want to honor that. He will feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or he thinks I don't trust him. Where you and your elf are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think, instead of working out your own wants and needs. You do realize that's important. That's the important bit, right? I mean, generally, yes, I get that. But how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honor your partnership? To celebrate it properly, for starters. Right. And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you've met him. The blonde guy with the puppy eyes. Right. I'm glad you remember that because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friend who got married and the stranger who put the wedding pictures online. This is your relationship. You're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's wedding? Betul sekali I think. Your special day need to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainer at a fast food joint if that's what you like. That way, you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit and decent food. Thanks goodness. But point well taken. It's just my family might have certain expectations. Did they openly say that? Oh, then maybe they do. Or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he has got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything, but you shouldn't put their needs above your own. I really shouldn't. Look, should I? You're giving me food for thoughts. Thanks, Heide. My pleasure. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Heide. Maybe you should become a therapist. Hmm, a good idea. Gee, thanks for your vote of confidence. I did say I might be a couples counselor, but I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that. Are you looking to change career, Heide? Is word of monolith. Find it to impermanent. Want to leave a mark, want to have one. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modeling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. What happened then? I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, lug, lugged lugged the outfit there, found someone to do makeup. Then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like it since the 60s. My granddad has an old black and silver camera with two lenses. Was it something like that? Yep, exactly like that. He said she preferred it because of the way it pictured the light. Also, because it was a slower experience. Something that will allow us to connect more. At first, I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual, pausing, switching, posting some more, but something felt different. And I realized what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. He only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that. Is that unusual? Yep, most fashion photographer take dozens of pictures in a row. Oh iya, makanya mereka langsung cepat ya. Set, ganti pose terus. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing, and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time, and we got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, he let me use up the remaining exposure. I fool around, shoot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Yes, I come with her to her dark room. Watch how she developed the picture and how they came out. You did always have a fondness for dark places. Comes with the territory. And as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I look really like me. You know, as a me I could recognize. Bang, sapa aku, halo sempati. But that's not even what stuck with me. It's care you put into processing it, right? Working each picture through the chemical bath, hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait. When she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of camera, and it was the first time she really liked a portrait someone took of her. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kind of tales. Or to launch into soppy monologue, really. Bang, aku subscriber baru, keren. Just forget it. No, I think it's a beautiful story. It gave me an idea, I think, of another career for you. Please share, Dua. You will be doing both of us a solid. Go on then. Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently. But apparently, film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said. It captures the light beautiful, and it's a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that. Who? Me? No, the other vampire who is looking for a new line of work. I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know, I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gave me cavities, let alone several per month. Oh well, forget about it then. No, no, no. Don't forget about it at all. Will be perfect for you. Come on, Heide. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you're sentimental, and you love to chat people up. You will solve all the bridesmaids drama and offend the parents. Most importantly, you will do something for these people that they will never forget. Will look at your pics their whole life. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what it is. Assuming they won't get divorced. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua. It's alright, I know. I'm married and in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. Career in the mafia is really looking up. You are hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now. I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Yeah, alright. That's my cue as well. I have something thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Next game, Heide, and good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one. It will be. Good night, Lua. Good night, Fedelish. Later. Good night, you two. Here we go, game. Last one sitting. Indeed. Proper night's owl. You didn't say anything about the wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoy the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you? I do, sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. People get married. They think they're taking a first step into forever. Oh, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way. And next thing you know, I don't want to sound too depressing. So you don't believe in love? Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers. Hello, Mr. Chi, welcome to the stream. But at the end of the day, there's still you, separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls become one. Not really. I would know. The one time I tried, it really didn't work out. But do you regret trying? No, I guess I don't. It confirmed for me that marriage and the like, it's never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's given me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it willing to share their lives so closely, even if for the most, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in my case, I sing off my ways, but I'm still here, and on that day, for that minute, when I said we will be together forever, and meant it, I sure felt alive. If you know all that, then just also know that it's something worth celebrating, and something worth helping other people celebrate. You're a tricksy one, Fedelish, and I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means time for me to head back. Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's a plenty comfortable, for sure. Besides, well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thanks goodness, is from a long-living species. But even then, he will grow old before I do, eventually. Oh, yes. The world will change 100 times. Technologies will die out. New technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now. In a century, maybe two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. Oh no. Already lebih lama ya umurnya. The world won't wait for me. But you will. Am I right, Fedelish? That is very perspective of you, Mr. Hyde. Hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. I suppose that's true. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. Continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, always going to be someone here rooting for me. Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We will make sure it's not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to go browse for some film cameras. Wow, udah berubah pikiran ya. What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend. And you as well. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde. But some of us will. Oh, that's deep, actually. Pink spice, a smooth but spicy draw, warm and refreshing at the same. Hari ini day 10 dan masih hujan lagi. Gila, kalau Jakarta udah tenggelam, Jeng. New image recognition tag confused genomes with dwarf review. Robot asked to give ultimate advice. Alpha, burnout is real. Here's how to avoid it. Good evening. Cuy, masih belum ada Freya day 10. Gila. Officer, welcome. Hey, Fedelish. How are you doing? Officer? Oh, sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now. No worries. Work issues? What else? I'm all ears if you want to chat. Huh, you're Paul. I'm in a real bind, Fedelish. What happened? Well, never ending workplace issues aside. Things are getting weirder by minute, and I'm feeling out of my depth. Are you talking about your recent patrols? Yeah, I've been analyzing CCTV footage the last couple of days. Oh, I see. How did that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything? Yes and no. The infrared caught a couple of blurry things. It ran off, turned a corner, and disappeared. Could have been anything like rats or cats, but neither fits with what I heard on the scene. Footstep, you know? The ladder. Heh, come to think of it, it sounds more like the giggles. Giggles? Can bees giggle? Not at that size. I'm not at that size. No, heh. Even if they could, it doesn't explain the footstep. Really. I see. So what's next? I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. In short, I'm stumped. You know, Fedelish, I've been racking my brain ever since Miss Riona dropped that bomb about the fairies. Oh, what about that? As it turns out, fairies was an umbrella term for many types of being. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rule at the time was to be referred to as such. Oh, does that mean Banshee were part of the fairy folk? Huh, probably. Not anymore, though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. Back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. Oh, and that includes apparitions. Apparition. Yes. Apparitions like ghosts. 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 I see. What do you mean I see? Dia setakut itu cuy. Huh? Does it sounds like a bad joke to you? I'm not sure I follow. But, come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? Because if they do, all I can think is that damn tree now. Alright, the tree. Does that mean it's haunted? It could be. Ah. Don't get how can you be so calm about this? Well, why wouldn't I be? Bener sih. I mean, there have been all sort of customers here. Some of them are so out of this world, even. Sometimes, literally. You're right. I guess you're not the one who is being weird here. Don't say that. Everyone has their own pesadillos. True. That. If you don't mind telling me though, may I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts? Gosh, no. That's a long story. That's something I'm ready to talk about anyway. That's understandable. All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts. Oh. Suggestion is a very powerful thing, Fedelish, but that's all I'm willing to share for now. Okay, thanks for sharing. You know, it's funny. My grandpa was very into this stuff. So is my daughter. They're like my opposite, very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. It's just with my time as a cop, and all unknown variables usually means trouble. I see, that makes sense. There are kind of people who could see things from nothing. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, the Zen rock garden thing from Japan. Yeah, I understand the Zenness of it. I don't. But that doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know? I think he almost got it. Yeah, but I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born. No, oh no, sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't be. On that note, Fedelish, you've seen my lighter, right? I'll say I'm pretty well acquainted with it. Oh yes, my bad. That thing was originally my grandpa's. He bought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said, in more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he would never be able to recover from. Oh no. Got it. At the time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reason, he couldn't walk far. It was a good location for him, with all the veteran support nearby and all. Oh, about that street. You see, my grandpa liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated his bleak room. So sometimes he would go and hang out with the street vendor in front of his place. There were all kind of beings there, along with their pets, from all walk of life. That's why he had a lot of stories about the craziest things. Ah, I see. You see, the street's name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess what it is? You mean Bourne Street? It wasn't called that before. That's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. But I went through his files, and it checks out. Does that mean vendor he was talking about? Bingo! And you know what? He bought a lighter then. Wow! What a coincidence! Are you sure? It's only a coincidence. What do you mean? Come on. Ain't no way they were just coincidence, Fedelish. Everything is lining up to perfectly if you ask me. Oh, things about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on it. Then my car was hit out of everyone's. Right. Then my luck started tanking. Then the broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening in the past week alone. Right. Then one thing led to another. My team was chosen to lead the investigation. And tell me who is in charge of the case? Me. Then there is the banshee lady, your patron with some information I wouldn't have thought. That tree stuff, the fairy market information I wouldn't even have remembered on my own. Right. And now, you know why I kept on losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Tell me. Well, if you list them all in order like that, I'm telling you, at least that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. Udah ketakutan deh. But they really picked the wrong guy. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know? But I've always thought you're pretty good at handling ambiguity. officer. When it comes to supernatural stuff, because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Another thing, do they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take a day and catch up on your sleep. Huh? What's that? Oh, nothing. Another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Huh? The focus was on interesting drink from around the world. You could find everything from the mundane to the extreme, from local comfort to really special stuff. And I kept thinking one particular drink might interest. Oh, it is something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey, and lemon, and a slew of other ingredients. Coffee, honey, lemon. Protection from what then? From evil spirit and bad luck, I think. Maybe it will help ease your mind a bit. Gotcha. The Fedelish. Even if the whole situation is haunted, shouldn't be any evil spirit, right? I wouldn't know, but I might need your lighter. What for? The drinks needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it that extra magic boost, indeed, compared to just using a regular flame, I mean. Huh. What are you going to make me anyway? I trust you. Here. Okay. Okay then, make me this magical drink you've learned, Fedelish. Coffee, honey, lemon. Coffee, honey, lemon. Brew. Wah, anjir. Gila, minumannya keren gak sih? Oke. Anjir, minumannya ada apinya coy. Oh, oh wow, the drinks does light up. Yep, this is special just for you. So don't tell anybody. Roger that. Here we go. Oof, careful. Dang, Fedelish, this is really something else. You sure it's okay to? I have no idea, but I'll take responsibility if anything happens. I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, Fedelish. You even made me this crazy drink to make me feel better. Don't say that. I'm always happy to help however I can. Thanks, man. At least with crooks, you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not the case with apparition. Not with that attitude. Huh? Who's that? Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that mistake again. Ini siapa? McQueen? Is that you? Hello, Williams. It's been a while. Ah, it is you. The surprise just keep coming this way. Let me go over there. You know each other, more or less. We're bunch buddies. What brunch? Brunch buddies. Brunch buddies. I feel like I meant to say brunch buddies in the same serious tone, but I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. I feel ya. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it out alive. Truly the lucky one, without a doubt. Just take both of your words for it. Good, because I don't like to talk about it. Oh, what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the coffee. Secret police reason. I've not read the briefing yet. But enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problem. Huh? You need to be bust a ghost. To bust a ghost. So, well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Fedelish about getting over my fear of that stuff. And ghosts. Something like that. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I got freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street the other day. Ah, I remember that. I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times, it's ghosts. How do you do it, detective? Your cases, man. I would have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you. I try not to think about it all that much. And about when I do think about it, I think who else will do it? Nobody. That's who. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, once you ever get to that part, they are just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case. We were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband, had recently passed away but wasn't moving on. If you get my drift. Real dad bad. Couldn't take a hint. Anyway, we had to go in and exorcise the place, right? But the husband, he has got wind and he has retreated into the basement. I won't get into the technicality of it, but it's harder to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home. All his stuff is still there. It's hard. I get that. So, I'm slowly going down the stair to try and coax him out. Bam. Next minute, all this romantic music is playing, and the whole place is lit by a spotlight. Basic sensory illusion. Classic ghost trick. Then, before I know what hit me, I'm sitting at this pottery wheel, and he's behind me. And wait, said a Fedelish, isn't this the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? Oh, maybe. We had a movie night at work, and I dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. Refitting. Hey, detective. Hey, people I don't know. Did you just get important errands sorted? You're dead. Julie, I can see crumbs stuck to your face. That's just the rain. Ini dari game lain kah? Cameo dari game lain kah? It's very pretty rain. There's spilling all over your top. That's blood from a gunshot wound. It's healed up though. You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. Why, they pay you the big bucks, detective? So, what did I miss? They're talking about getting rid of the Officer William Fear of Ghosts. Hey, yeah, you're afraid of them, right, Dooley? No idea, never met one. We stop a ghost riot. Ghosts aren't real. So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry, that wasn't much help. What you saying? That they are just like us. That's a good thing to remind of. Exactly. They used to be alive, just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine. very reassuring. Talk to them, feel their culture, listen to their issue, and spectral whales. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside, which should be easy since you can see through them. I thought you didn't believe in gold. It's best not it's best to not overthink anything he says. I certainly don't. Well, thanks for the advice. I think it will help. Our pleasure. Now, Zoe, I think we should read the case and find out why we are here. Already did. Oh. Turns out we were meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. Instead of instead of taking it all the way to the CEO of yes. Why? The driver was a chupacabra. Okay, let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen. A lot. You too, Officer Dooley. Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Bye, coffee wizard. Take care. That was quite something. Well, what do you know, Fedelish? Looks like my good luck is back. I'm feeling like $1,000,000 now. I'm very glad you do. Thanks anyway, Fedelish. I really did nothing much. Are you going to be okay? Okay enough to start thinking about what to do next. I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright? Please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe. Will do. Udah kelar kah dia ini? Alright then, oke, kalau gitu kita juga kelar juga berarti. Maybe I'll go check the stock and oh no, not yet. 2 orang. Oh, Riona. Miss Riona, welcome. Hello. How's the traffic out there? It's a mess. There's construction work taking place on Leonora Avenue. Oof, I can imagine the gridlock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. That's great. I'm happy you're here. So anything I can make for you this evening. I'd like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey. Midsummer Night's Dream. A cup of warm Midsummer's Night Dream for you, miss. That's what we call it here. How whimsical. It's wonderful. Sweet, but well balanced with the lemon. And the slight bitterness of the tea completes taste. Thank you. You're so very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer Georgiev by a few seconds. Is that so? How is he? He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually. Oh, he's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he has worked at he is hard at work at the moment. I see. Bad traffic aside, how are you? To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind of late, and I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. You know, I'm all ears. That may actually be part of the problem, I'm afraid. Pardon, you know. I've held conversation with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years. Is that a good or a bad thing? It's troubling. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. Bang halo senpapi. I used to believe that I had a settled life objective, but I have been doubting it lately. How come? I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Oh, any good news? No, our fields are admittedly quite different. I was not expecting much. However, he provided me some contacts who may be of assistance, even though they had no direct connection to the audience I'm trying to reach. I see. She explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I am thankful. That's very thoughtful of her. Oh, what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself? In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network, to make myself known. Oh, sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it. I think so, but you could give me a refresher, just so I don't misunderstand. I feel like that will be a shortcut, so to speak. Right. It did, however, reminds me of an important and humbling fact. What would that be? Well, oh, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you are really sure that so-called shortcut is 100% gonna work. Because you'll have to do way more than just making a few calls and waiting for callbacks, you know? I'll say that's a decent impression of her. Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experience, both good and the bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning, and it is either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connection with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it worked out for her. But then, I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting. Right. I thought it all sounded familiar. We'll try her suggestion then. I don't know. Is it difficult? No more difficult than sending reels to every audition I've come across and being rejected by every single one. But for some reason, I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence, although perhaps it was more like necessity. Oh, did something happen? He was shocked. Pardon? Actually, he posted about it on social media last night. Oh, I might have seen it too. I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concert. Then he called me almost immediately. He was loud, all sound in order, and extremely drunk. Really, he denied it at first, but it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly, deep in thought, and entered Carey Park without realizing he had done so. Must have been some deep thinking he was doing, because I think it rained pretty hard last night. Well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m., which is why I sent him a message informing him of that fact, as he seemed to be unaware of it. Right, he called me to ask if there any other mode of public transit nearby. Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just call a cab? He told me he wanted to know the city better. At midnight? Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself. Hachi. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. And I might be mistaken here. But I thought he doesn't like drinking. Wasn't it partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. It appears he had dinner with his team, and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction. Oh, I see. I suppose it didn't go as expected. Perhaps. And I know that feeling all too well. Miss. However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise. That's good. Is it though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops he had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his action. How can they still be so positive? What do you mean? I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost want to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? Some talent speak for itself. But if I truly believe that, with the number of rejection I have received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? Right, that's why it doesn't work that way. What do you mean? To let talent speak for itself, we would all have to have the same standard. I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on whim of the individual judging you at the moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Miss Lucas manage to be fine with that? Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all and end-all. What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates. Perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. It's a matter of perspective as to where the pole lies. But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before. Or it's good to try and find out what works for you, or ask for guidance or assistance. As one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles, or be able to safely recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others. Is that what you're trying to say? I see. Phil. Apa tuh? Miss Riona? Ah, yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. You're fine, I promise. I should go now. Alright, will you be okay? I have a lot to think about it. Thank you for being patient with my concern, Fedelish. No problem at all. Anytime. Have a good evening then, Fedelish. I'm back again soon. Oh. Marrakech. A fresh and healthy drink from Morocco. Oke. Di 12 ini dan masih hujan. Gila. Dan kita masih belum ketemu Freya. Oke, kita bakal end stream sampai sini aja deh kayaknya. Kita ke main menu dulu. Bisa kita sebut nama ya. Apakah dia Freya? Bukan. Main menu. Berarti tadi D13 berarti. Oh ya. Kita bakal sebut nama. Ada Senpapi. Ada Wisteriaci. Ada ya, gak usah kita sebut namanya. Ada Peter Motherfucker ya kan. Terus juga tadi ada Om Heli, ada Biru Bau, ada Tante Badut, ada juga Ahmad, ada juga Van, ada juga William. Belum ketemu Fred, tidak end stream. Enggak, ini mau end stream. Ada welcome to the stream ya, takwa ya. Oh iya, thank you juga buat tadi donationnya ya, Peter Motherfucker ya, tentang anjay ya, 2 kali ya. Oh iya, kita bakal lanjutin ini. Mungkin ya, kayaknya besok. Oh ya, thank you banget yang udah mampir dan menemani live stream kali ini. Dan juga thank you juga buat yang udah donate. You guys in the next stream. Bye bye. Bye bye.